Do you have tight calf muscles that just won't loosen up?
Well, they can cause all kinds of problems, Mike, starting with plantar fasciitis can be related to it, Achilles tendonitis, as well as calf strains and knee pain. All are related or can be.
So we're going to go over 6 different stretches you can try for your calves. We're going to rank them from least effective to most effective.
That's right, and you know it's right on when it comes from us.
Bob and Brad, the 2 most famous physical therapists on the internet.
All right, the first one we like is the wall stretch. The reason we put this number 1 because it's so easy to do. You no purchases of any kind at all. You just need a wall. And I like to do it with shoe on, and it works much better that way. Make sure your toe is pointed straight ahead, not like this. Straighten it out. And I'm just going to pull up this so you can see what's going on. You don't have to pull your pant leg up. This foot's in forward and the front not being stretched. Watch my knee. First I straighten it out. Straight forward, and I lean forward. I can feel a stretch from my knee down to my heel. Going to do that. Hold for 15 to 30 seconds or on, pressure off. That goes for all of these, even the other 5. And then actually do it with a bent knee. This gets deep into the soleus muscle. You'll feel it more down by the ankle itself. Okay. Now, the next one, you're going to stay by the wall. Number 2, you can use the wall. There's 2 ways to do this. My favorite way is with the shoe on, particularly if you have a thin shoe sole is what I'm trying to say. Up like this and lean into it. Oh, actually, this works a really nice stretch. I think if you do both of them, you'll get a complete stretch. Now, Mike does this a little bit differently. You want to show your way?
It's the same concept. I just don't have shoes on. So I just put my foot up there, and then, you can just get a nice calf stretch by leaning forward, and you can kind of see what my toes are doing when I'm doing it. So you get a little bit of a toe extension as well as a calf stretch, and then just lean forward like that.
Yeah. I actually think that is a good idea to get the toes stretched as well as the calf. It's like multitasking.
It's a 2-for-1 deal.
Exactly right. Now let's go to the next ones. The step or the slant board, which we're talking about, a device that looks like this. You can buy these anywhere online. You can actually make one. I made this. If you go to Bob and Brad YouTube video and say incline board, how to make, I explain how to make one in about 7.45 minutes. Now what we do...
He timed it out.
Oh, absolutely. Very critical. Put your foot on there. It's important that you have a non-slip surface on here. If you buy one and it doesn't have that, put one on. You can get them at the hardware store for $1.99 and stretch. This I like because you use your body weight, and it's very comfortable on the bottom of your foot as well. You need to do it with a shoe on. You could do it without, but I highly recommend shoe on. Again, knee straight, or bend the knee to get both muscles. Now, Mike's going to show an option on the steps. Now, with this, he's barefoot. I personally like to do that with a shoe on, but I think Mike likes it without.
I normally do it with a shoe on because my steps are outside my house. I don't have any inside. So what you do is just walk your feet to the edge of the step here. Going to relax your heels down to the ground. Get a nice calf stretch. If you're not feeling a whole lot, what you can do is either go single leg or just shift. So if I want to feel my right more, I shift, and oh boy, do I feel that right now. And you can sit here for 15 to 30 seconds, and then make sure and shift and do the other side, and just, again, hold. If that feels way too aggressive for you, you can certainly do both and just stay centered like this.
Certainly. Yeah, so Mike's got his toes. He's got really strong toes, you can see. I actually go a little bit further forward, and I feel more comfortable. So do that, and you'll get a good feel for it right away.
Actually, you get monkey feet if you keep wearing zero-drop shoes. But anyway, I digress. Next tip is actually a stretch you don't actively do, but it's more passive, and it's wearing a night splint if you have a really tight calf. So you can purchase these on Amazon or many other places. You just slide it on, and what it actually does is it prevents your foot from plantar flexing, which shortens your calves. Do you want to show them what that means while I put this on?
Yeah, so when you're in bed all night long, your foot is like this. You probably have your shoe off. Some people may wear their shoes to bed, but when you're plantar flexed, the muscles here have a tendency to shrink or tighten up throughout the night. And then when you get up, they're tight, and then you straighten it out, and things have to stretch all over again. It becomes a whole routine that happens night after night. This is very common if people have plantar fasciitis, one of these.
So you just put it on when you go to bed. Now, you might wake up in the middle of the night and your calf is kind of uncomfortable because it's used to being down like this. So if you put this up, this one is nice. It's just Mars Wellness brand. We have no affiliation with them. But you can adjust the tension on it, and it doesn't really stretch. Like, I'm not going far up. My toes aren't coming up. But it's just a nice, relaxing position. Obviously, I've woken up in the middle of the night. Sometimes my calf is kind of tight, so I'll take it off whenever I've worn these before.
You could just loosen it a little bit too, huh?
I was not having it. I wanted to go back to bed, so I just took the whole thing off. You can also, if you wake up middle of the night, use the bathroom, maybe put it on then, and that way in the morning you have it on, but just do what you want, because I personally never want to put it on in the middle of the night. That's just me.
You get up to go to the bathroom at your age?
Yeah, everyone does. You just drink a lot of fluids, it kind of happens. But
most people don't start that until they're 50.
I will admit, they work well if you're a back or side sleeper, but if you're a stomach sleeper, this thing doesn't really work because then your foot's all weird.
Should we go on to the next one?
We can.
The foam roller. I recommend probably a 6-inch one. They make 4-inch ones, but I think you'll be better off with a 6-inch one. You do not need this longer one. You can get the shorter one if you want, but if you get the longer one, it works good for some back exercises. Anyways, I'll demonstrate here. All right. And we're just going to work doing some massage. It's pretty a broad massage compared to getting in with your fingers or a massage tool. But this does work nice. You can see I'm using this foot to unweight so I don't put too much pressure on the calf muscle. If I want to get maximum pressure, you cross like this. And you're going to also want to turn sideways, get those muscles, the posterior or the back.
You could do both legs at the same time, too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But then you get less pressure on one as well.
I usually do one at a time, and usually you'll find one area of the calf that feels a little tighter, it's a little more tender, and then you can work that out. And typically within, 30 seconds to a minute, that tight knot will loosen up, and you'll feel better. So yeah, that's the roller.
If you don't have a foam roller, you can do the same concept with a softball, baseball, lacrosse ball. You can also use a softer, squishy one if this feels too aggressive. A golf ball might be too small, but usually something about this circumference works well, and just roll around, and obviously you're in control of how much pressure you put on it, but boy, this softball's digging.
Yeah. Usually you wouldn't do it on a bed.
Yeah, you do it on the floor, but Brad's hogging the floor.
I am. Over here? Okay. There we go. Whew. All right, let's go to the
last tip. Now, this one does require a purchase if need be. Well,
some people may already have them. These are, pretty popular these days.
Yeah, you can use a massage gun of sorts, whichever one you have. Obviously, you probably don't need a big, super powerful one just for your little calf muscle if you don't have one, but they work, obviously, every area of your body. Are you sneaking around or what?
Yeah, I just wanted to
But you can just kind of massage the calf area. You can do the muscle belly. You can go down towards the Achilles tendon, wherever you feel tightness, and you can also stretch while doing this. I have noticed personally, sometimes if my foot is down, I'll feel it in a different area. Oh, I really feel it in my soleus now, versus if I bring my toes up towards me, I feel it more in my gastroc muscles, which are your more superficial calf muscles there. But just kind of play around with how you are massaging and where your foot position is.
That's right. I do want to show this massage gun is a little bit bigger if you want more strength and power. And this actually, they come with, some massage guns come with the heated or the cold head. Right now you can see it's red. It's on heat. There's 2 levels of that. Or you can put it on cold. There's 2 levels of that. It really works well.
Those are the pro models.
Oh, the pro models. That's right. The Bob and Brad Pro. Not that this is a commercial.
Maybe it is. Anyway.
Well, I do want to talk about that motion as you do range of motion. So you may want to do this and at the same time go up and down with your ankle, and the muscle actually gets a different massage quality. And you're going to do that depending on how it feels.
You can even just leave it on one. I'm just leaving it on one spot and doing it. Ooh, that hurt. that goes when I plantar flex.
Right.
You're gonna find different areas in there.
I like doing it this way with the foot kind of extended or the heel over the edge. It's a little easier to get that range of motion going.
Well, those are our 6 tips. That's the C2 massage gun. This is the Q2. If you're interested in them, you can find them on Amazon or at bobandbrad.com. Also, many of the other products like the foam roller and night splint will link down below in case you're interested. You can find them there. But try those 6 stretches out. See which one works the best for you and just stick to that one. You don't need to do every one of these. Just practice makes perfect.
You're babbling now.
A little bit.
Well, here, this one you can see.
Oh, he wanted to babble.
Yeah, I wanted to show them the blue light. Now it's on the coldest level.
Well, it's vibrating. They're not going to be able to see that.
Feels
too
really
well.
good. No, you can see it. See, Tanner said
Well,
so.
fine. We're
All
still
right.
babbling.
Enjoy your calf stretching and massages.
Calves.
Calves, yeah.